Welcome to Attican Plays Sweet Transit. Alright, hi, this is Attican and welcome to Series 1, Episode 11 of our first look at Sweet Transit. In the last episode, we grew Chesapeake a lot, up to, as you can see, 1756. Now, it should be 1800. And there's no filter. Well, I just lucked out there. I got one. 28 out of 30. So this particular household or residence has a cap of 30, but there's only 28 in it. And that's actually a problem. It just bugs me. I want them all to be 30 out of 30 because they have to be 30 out of 30 for you to upgrade them, first of all. But maybe we can take advantage of that. Maybe, because we have finished off our bricks, right? So we have the ability to upgrade our towns. We just did that. Yeah, I remember now. We just did the upgrade of the village hall in Chesapeake to a town hall. And it had the effect of opening up some things for us, including the ability to upgrade these residences to Craftsmen. And also it increased the town size. So it used to stop right here at this road, and now it goes out quite a bit more here and here, all around all four sides. So we have a bigger potential town as far as geography is concerned. I think the issue with getting the 30 out of 30 has to do with the consistency of getting passengers out of there to go to work. And to that end, I want to do a redesign of CHP, the passenger station in Chesapeake. I like the idea of the passenger station and the on the outskirts freight station. That's great. And one thing I do love is the kind of the idea of the main line and the station being off away from it, offset away, as opposed to where we started. Everything's kind of crammed together, and next time I'll know better. I'm also seeing that even though the Machinke loops are perfectly fine for this kind of in and out, you can't do magic turnarounds in the stations kind of deal where you have to loop around and figure a way to turn around. I really like the idea of having a main line of track that your stuff plugs into. And you can see we're doing a better job of that, in my opinion, with Chesapeake, with the freight station, and with this lumber. I love the lumber setup where you're off the main drag, you're over here doing your own thing, you've got your shunt lines, and you've got the potential to support a ton of lumber business over here if you need to. That one's pretty awesome. So we're going to try to get more toward that as we go. But let's see if we can't get some Craftsmen. We're going to go out here and look at our goal for the region is to get 100 Craftsmen so we can unlock a certain wagon. And this is one of those things that this will drive you crazy if you're new to the game and no one's told you this or you haven't read it or whatever. We're going it's about this wagon, and we'll talk about it when we have it. So I'm going to hit this. This is the button that allows us to expand. Oh, and here's a way to see who's full and who isn't. So only those residences that are full are eligible to upgrade, right? The ones that are grayed out are either markets or churches, or they're residences, laborers' residences that can't upgrade. So let's pick. Well, we only got 50 bricks. We'll do one, and we probably won't do another one. That's right. So let's go up here to our brickyard, to our brickworks. We've got a train here that's been gathering up our bricks, and you can see we just made the 300 plus another 16. We're going to release that train and have him go up and do a drop-off. We've got him running full, and of course we're making the bricks rather slowly. And we're going to need a bunch of bricks for what we want to do right now. So let's just kind of stay focused on that. I'll try to stay focused on that particular task, which means I'll single thread a little bit. But here we go. We're going to go up here and drop off some bricks at the warehouse. And we can see that we're actually Our upkeep is 6 right now. Okay, and we'll slow it back down, and then we're going to go down here, and we're going to hit that upgrade again. We're hitting this. We're hitting. Just grab some building and pull up your build list. Then you hit this upgrade, and we've upgraded 1. Let's do. Well, it looks like we can do these in here now. 2, 3, and 4. And you know what happened? I'll show you. They started moving out. They move out. You've got labor residence has a 30 population cap. Well, the Craftsman residence starts out at 25, but now we're going to build it up. It gets a plus 10 if we deliver meat, which would be 35, and it gets a plus 15 if we deliver cheese as well, or cheese, and that's a total of 50. So we can double the population that we can support in these residences. And now the thing is, when we did this, we actually lost 4 labor residences, right? Because we basically replaced them with this. So let's go put those back so we can keep our critical mass to support the sawmill and the brickworks and all of this stuff here in Chesapeake. So there, we'll put those 4 back, let it run for a second, and we see here, oh, this is great. So no, these are work. These don't have enough work. Probably should have just left them out. Okay, let's make sure our 2 trains. Okay, this is telling us about the travelers. Travelers are drawn to the most attractive settlements. Be mindful that people tend to travel after work, which may impact your workforce. Make sure you plan their off time appropriately. So what that's saying is, when we have these guys traveling, they're not working. They're going out of our work pool. But if we look here at the happiness on these guys, can travel is a plus 25% on happiness. Plus, I think I mentioned this, the whole idea of, once you have 2 villages, one of them's prettier than the other one, and whichever one, the most attractive one, gets a plus 25% bonus for everybody. They're proud of their community. He's getting all his services. He can travel. He's got a really good attractiveness bonus. This is an attractive town and the most attractive settlement. So what happens is we actually get more tax revenue, plus they rest 25%. That's the one we really want, that rest speed, to keep them eligible to go back out in the field and work some more. Let's see. Yeah, see this 2, 4, 5, 6. See, we should be making 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 3, we should be making 240. And this, I think what we're actually making is 240 plus 25% from the happiness. Wow. Okay, so we've got craftsmen. What do they do? Well, right now they work in the brickwork. See, we don't have any. Okay. But we did open up that new train because we got our 100 craftsmen they wanted us to get. It was almost instantaneous. But so what we got out of this is this guy here, the ST30. Now it's a little higher end steam train, and it has a higher top speed, but it's quite slow in the corners and going up and down the ramps at bridges and stuff. And it does have good power, so it can accelerate from a dead stop nicely, but it uses a lot of fuel. The upkeep is 50 versus 20 a minute for the ST20. And I'm not sure we need it. I think I like, between these 3, I think I like the 20 the best as sort of the middle ground. If you look at his top speed is 35 and all the rest of his speeds are 30. So he can handle, curves or straights, and he's got decent power, not quite as much as the 30, but pretty good. And he only costs us 20 coin a minute versus 50 coin a minute for the ST30. So, said all that to get into this. Look at these wagons. Notice that this wagon, you'll be looking right out here. This wagon can handle 40 passengers, 40 laborers. The ST20 wagon, same thing. The ST30 wagon there we go, can handle 40 laborers and or our new guys, the Craftsmen. So in order to haul Craftsmen around, we have to use the ST30 wagon. Now do we have to use... Now, I'm not going to even worry about it. We're going to build a configuration with an ST30 and the ST30 wagons to haul our Craftsmen around, okay? And right now, what we need is about 100. We need about 100, so we need a 120, 3 carriages. So let's go ahead and build ourselves a new configuration. I'm going to call it the ST20 PC, Passenger Craftsman 3. So in other words, we're gonna the engine. Oh no. Yeah, we're gonna try this. We're gonna do an ST20, a coal tender, and 3 of these wagons. All right. Then we're going to set up a line that goes from a PC, a Passenger Craftsman line, from Chesapeake passenger station to the bricks where we need those people. And Chesapeake, and you're going to swap workers, but we're going to put a filter and say we want Craftsmen. And then you're going to go to the brickworks and you can swap the Craftsmen there. So now we've got a line, we've got a train. Let's build that train. We didn't have a train, we had a preset. And let's run this guy on that PC Chesapeake to bricks. Okay? And now we'll just watch him. Oh, I'll deploy him, then we'll watch him. Okay. So now he's working his way down to Chesapeake. Got a lot of options for ways to get down there from the depot. He chose to go out there and make a little U-turn and go down our loop and get into a bit of a traffic jam down here. There's some cleanup things I want to do to optimize these loops and stuff. They're a little slow in times. We're gonna work on speeding everything up when we feel like that's our problem. Right now, obviously, our first thing is let's learn the game a little bit. Okay, so we're going to come down here and see what happens to him when he gets in here. And sure enough, look at that. He's loading up. What did he get? 114 Craftsmen. That's all. That's everybody we have. They all want to go to work. So off they go to the brickworks. Now they won't all be able to go to work right away because we don't have that much room down here. But he's going to swing around and go into the brickworks. And let's look at this. See, as these guys come in online, and we've got a full load of both. We're at 100%. We're making 45 bricks a minute, and he's swinging back around, and he's going to come back down to Chesapeake. Now, what I want to do is actually redesign this station. I'm not crazy about it. I tried this experiment. I can't say. One thing I will say, it's missing signals right there and right there to close off this loop to let people come out. But be that as it may, I didn't care for this. So we're going to blow it up a little bit. Actually, what we're going to do is go in here like this and extend it out.
Say bye to Dad, YouTube people.
Bye, Oakley. Bye-bye. So Oakley says goodbye to all of you. She doesn't have any union meetings right now, so she's headed home. All right, so that was my son, the other voice you heard. Oakley didn't have anything to say, but she had a big smile, so she was happy to say hi to you guys. All right, so we're going to extend that out, and we're going to go into track here and get rid of some track. And we're going to try another model, yet another configuration here. In some ways, this one is the This couldn't be simpler model. Hook those tracks up, go back into here, build a bridge over, and put our platforms on the other side. Okay? And then we're going to go in and clean up these signals. Get rid of these guys. Okay. And what we're going to do is put signals on the ends. You notice going opposite directions. And we're going to, this is a tip from Riefelt, I think is the way to say it. We can divide this into, by putting signals here, we can make this into actually 2 small platforms going this way and 2 small platforms this way. And if 2 trains happen to be coming in behind each other, one could stop here, and if the other one's small enough, it could move in here and they could both work at the same time. Same thing in the opposite direction. But you'll notice there's no loops, there's no turnaround or anything. We're just going to have these trains running their loop, but we're going to give them a nicer, tighter loop to run on. You see they already kind of have one, right? Particularly if we just go from here. If we just simply make this two-way track, you know, have a return lane, which we'll do. And let me see if that's going to even bother these guys. No, see, we even have space for it. We won't even infringe upon their land, their catchment area. But if we did, it would be okay if we, you know, borrowed a little, so to speak. All right, so we're going to come down here, and our goal is actually to get it down here and hook it in so that we've got, you know, a shorter, tighter loop for these passenger trains to run on. And to that end, what we're going to do is a whole bunch of blowing up of track right through here. We're just going to take out this lovely intersection we built. Well, actually, we copied and pasted. And then we're going to go up here to our cloverleaf, and I'm sure that eventually the plan is to give us blueprints, right? So we can actually build our own book of blueprints. I truly hope that's what they do. To get it all, we're going to need to be way up here, probably like that. So we're bringing some extra track with us, but that's okay. We'll live with that. And we're going to plop it down in here, but I don't want it to hit any of these existing signals. So maybe no. Maybe we need more space. Okay. Shoot. If I don't, and I've tried this, it says if you hit Control C, it puts it in your what's the term I'm looking for? Memory. What I can't think of the name. It doesn't matter. I've tried and it doesn't seem to work. So whether that's what they mean or not, it doesn't. Nothing happens that I can see. Anyway, I'd probably user error. So I think we missed a couple of pieces of it, but we got some. Of course, we got some extras here. It kind of came along for the ride. We'll clean that up, and so I can see basically we're not missing a lot. We don't have the out. We do have the in. We don't have the in here, but we will eventually. We can add one now. We got them both here. Okay, so that should be pretty clean. We could go in and attempt to make these more regular, but I'm not going to. One thing I will do to pretty it up a little bit is make this one, take that curve out of there. And what you can see, I have been able to successfully do these, make these look nice, you know, and have all this even. And when they're even, this is very symmetrical. this will come down and match exactly where this one does, and they just line up. These are a little skewed because these loops are not the same, but again, they're functional, so that's okay. So like that, and yeah, it looks pretty good. Okay. So this line goes up north, this line goes over to the clay pit. This line here is going to hook back into these guys and swing into our freight station. There we go. We'll allow ourselves the luxury of a little bit of diagonal, like so. Beautiful. We got a little, we got an entrance right there. Okay, so now we've got all that, and we want to come up here and get this two-way thing going. So what we want to do is come up like this and turn. Ah, shoot. No. There. Okay. And, so this one comes in and hits this. I think I'm even going to change this. I'm going to run this one through. So it's going to run through, and then it's going to swing back and merge like this. Okay. Maybe a softer merge like that. And what we're going to do is put a bridge over that, and we're going to do the same thing over here on the other side. Although now that I think about it, I'm building two bridges two bridges to cross one line when I could build one bridge to cross two lines. Let's run these down like this and in. And like so. And down like so. And then we're going to build a bridge over all of this. Go back 3, build a bridge like that. And the one line can cross the two lines. Makes much more sense. Now here's a good example of what Darren was talking about. Well, especially if I didn't goof up and put that extra one on there. When you merge like this, you really don't need chain signals because it's fine. If one of them gets in there, it's fine. The other one just waits on it. Okay, we got them coming down. We got them going up. Let's run some. Won't let me. I'm going to delete that, then put it back, and then drag it out. I got it on the wrong side. Okay. 11, there we go. And then we'll come back. Well, first we'll sort out how we're going to do this up here. Okay. I think, let's let this train get out of the way. Okay, if we stick with this, with the going around brickworks kind of deal, we're going to want something that comes over and meets this, and probably the easiest way to do it would be just to meet it up in here with a T-junction. Because we got the T-junction template, it works pretty well. Although I have to tell you, I do like. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Let's let these guys get out of the way, these two sawmill trains. Let's blow up some track. We'll put in a T-junction right there. Reconnect the main line, and then we're going to have a line that comes up. Now this is going to go like this. And we're going to come down. I'm trying to build this in squares. It looks weird, but you know, I'm trying to avoid diagonals to the extent I can. So you're going to come off like this, like that. I went too far. Like that, and on up. Okay. Now that little intersection there, I don't mind it, but I have to say, I don't love it. Oh, shoot, man. These diagonals are killers. I'm contemplating a bridge. Let this come over onto a bridge that comes into this, so that that these lines don't even touch each other. I kind of think it's worth it. So when we do this, let's give ourselves some room. And think about if we had to build a bridge, we could go to two like this and hook in. And we could come like this. There we go. Now we got a nice straight spot, a nice squared off spot for a bridge. Like this. And we can swing in to merge. And you'll come off like that. So a train that wants to go to the brickworks will come up here, swing over this bridge, and merge right in. And all this traffic going up or down the screen, he doesn't care. And they don't care about him. And that's the way it should be. Okay. Again, well, to get that right, I did not. Okay. Well, okay, like it so far. I can't get on, grab that saw, delete it and put it back. Go down 11 this way. We'll come out of here. I can't grab that one either. It's not gonna let me go under this bridge anyway, so it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Roughly here. We'll start it right there and put tracks up through here. Okay. Does that give us what we want? I think it does. It gives us a tighter loop up here, a better turn off here without interacting with this. Get back on this, and then you just run around, like run around Sioux and get back to Chesapeake. So we've got a loop. You can go either direction you like. You can go clockwise or counterclockwise. Our station's set up to handle you either way, and that should be good. Now the one thing is, okay, the brickworks one will be fine. It'll run in there and it'll come down. Now the only thing I don't like about that is that Yeah, let's avoid this clay pit. Let's look at the brickworks. We won't be putting anything else down here, I don't anticipate. So let's look at the. I want to look at the brickworks build list, okay, and then I want to hit it so I can tell where the bottom is. It's right down here. So if we put a T right here and another T right there and hooked them together, then you could go across here without going all the way down into this. Let's do that. Well, shoot, all that track, and of course that just means we'll just delete all the track we just built, or a bunch of it. Shoot, I need to know. Okay, the corner is right there. I'm going to put one there. I'm going to mark that corner. And I'm going to mark that corner. Okay. And let's see. Perfect. I wanted it to fit without, it didn't want to stamp it over top of anything because sometimes the signals get screwed up. So that's one, and if we just run straight across, we should know where to put the other one. Okay. So let's just delete some track through here. Well, you know what I could do? I'm going to put the track back, okay, just to show what I could do to be a little cleaner. What you could do is just make sure you delete the signals. Because I don't want any existing signals there because they could be in the wrong place when we put the template down. So we're going to hit Q to, whoops, get my hands on the right keys. Flip this around and we can put it lined up with this right there. And why is it yellow? Oh, it's going over existing track. That's just fine. We'll go over that track like that. There we go. And here we could probably put some we could probably throw a block in here as well. And we could probably throw one going back the other way too. Whoops. There we go. So what I'm thinking is that the train that drops off our Craftsman is going to loop in, come out, loop back, and then he can take this over here and this over here and work his way back. Pretty direct route. Okay. All right. I think that works. Expansion is missing a connection. Oh, these two little markers we put down here, it doesn't like them. And I just went into delete track mode. Brilliant. Trash can. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. There's those two errors. And the not enough work, not too many workers. We're going to ignore that for a minute. Okay. All right. How is this? I think it's much better. And it's also, by the way, if you look at it, it's starting to look more like a main line that different things are hanging off of. Yeah, it really does. I mean, you can come up here if you want to go over there. You can come up here, go over, swing in, swing out, do whatever you want. Okay, it's getting better. It's getting better. What do we want to do now? Now we've got the need up here for the brickworks. We've got the need currently for 88. Well, you need probably twice that to get that to work. So we're probably gonna need like a couple hundred. We've only got enough for about 100 here right now. So let's go ahead and put 4 more of these guys down here, and we won't replace these. And that way, that should help take care of the labor issues. So let's go into upgrade mode, and let's pick 3 or 4. I think I kind of like this, and this. Not sure why, and this. Okay, so what was our overall goal? So there, we already did that one. We need 300 to open up the cattle ranch. Well, this right here, I think, is a good configuration. Should be good for supporting the brickworks. But what we want to do now, I want to put we want to upgrade, run. We need to upgrade Proctorville. So I want to release this again so that we can get some bricks. We just went through a bunch of them. Okay, this all looks like it's running nicely. Everybody's doing what they should be doing. See if anybody's going to use this. Well, actually, yes, they are. There we go. Okay. Even this big train is going to use it to get down, probably to go down here to the freight station. Yes, he is. Good deal. Looking nice. Looking nice. Okay. You get mesmerized and just keep watching. Okay. So we're going to go over here and upgrade Proctorville. So let's expand this when we have 300 brick. Okay, we're going to have to wait for a while on that. So just let it run for a while. We've got to watch our coal because we're firing up a lot of trains here, and we're still running steam trains. Coal is 391. It even tells us production is too low. I got tired workers out here, but here comes the train to get them right now. I think we're going to need another coal line, are we? How close are you? 3. No, 1 just took off. 2 just took off. We're back to 700, and now our production's just fine. So, all right. We'll watch that. We'll try to keep an eye on that. And I'm going to release him again to get us some more bricks. He's got 367. That should give us enough to upgrade the village hall in Proctorville, if nothing else. Okay. Let's go to Proctorville. And we're a huge village, we are a huge village. Now we're a suburb. And we have a bigger footprint, and we have, the ability to upgrade stuff. And we can go in here and we can look at that and say, hey, there's something wrong here because we can't upgrade very many of these houses. Well, how did that happen? How do we have 29 out of 25 laborers, and we haven't even built a Craftsman yet in this town? We just did it down in Chesapeake. I think that's a mistake. Oh wait, potatoes. Whoa. What happened? I tell you what's one thing's happened. I think this is just getting ready to leave. Yeah, it is. But I've got it running full. It's waiting there till it gets a full load. Remember, I did that to get that potato task done quickly. And we don't necessarily want that. We want to keep some workers out there. So we're going to do it until done from now on. But the good news is it's got 320 workers to go out there right now and get the potato production going. What's happening is we're just not getting any potatoes over to Proctorville. Didn't he do anything? Did we make a change to his line which messed him up? Now he's letting people off. Okay. I don't know what just happened there. That seemed a little weird. He's got 289 to bring out here. This won't quite fill the place up, but it'll be good. It'll be excellent production. Should be high numbers, 34 out of 40. And we should see these trains there. That one's full. There, they're both full now. They must have both been just not quite full. All right, so, all right, that 27 out of 25, that'll go back to 30 now that we start getting potatoes again. And we should have a steady state potatoes, frankly. And the, yeah, he's getting, is he getting potatoes? Next cycle, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, buzz. There we go. Now he'll go back up. We'll grow some population here. And if we look at this, there we go. That's more like it. Now we're getting more houses that we can do. And so we've got a target. Man, all these targets are just so confusing. What's this target? This is the target for... Okay. Out here, they want us to get 300. If we can get to 300, we can get the cattle ranch, the cattle pasture, and the meat storage. So that's going to take another 100. So all we need to do here is upgrade, 4 houses here. So what we're going to do is look at this and look at, I want to show you something else that we're getting here. The catchment area for Proctorville 2, our little pizza slice. Then we go to Proctorville 1, and they go just like that. That was intentional design so that we could maximize the space we used. But now what we want to do is find an area where we can upgrade that is really in both Proctorville 1 and Proctorville 2, like where they're coming close together. So we can put in Craftsmen that could go to either station. So we don't have to worry about, do we have Craftsmen in this station? Do we have Craftsmen in that station? So I wanted to show you another part of the upgrade is the roads. We can go and upgrade our roads. So if we grab this, and let's just do it in front of this. Let's go out this way. We're just going to go out through here. Okay? We upgraded that road right there. Now let's look at the range of Proctorville. Notice now, instead of stopping here, it's out here, 50% longer. And if we do the similar thing and do the upgrade here, like say in front of Proctorville 1 and maybe run up this street right here. Run up here to the village hall. Okay? And that's all we've done. We haven't upgraded all the roads, just those couple. And we can see this. He's all the way there, as we saw before. Now he's all the way up here. So there's definite intersection right in this area. So that's where we're going to work. We're going to go right here. We're going to go to expand and see if we can do 4. 1, 2, 3. Well, we can only do 2. We're missing bricks, so we need more bricks. And actually, we got a pretty good load here. Let him go. We got some nice cleanup to do on all of our stuff here. We're going to spread this out and make it more off a main line, go to a main line, get out of the way kind of stuff. All right, we should have bricks now, shouldn't we? Let's go here, upgrade. How many? It's not, shoot. I want to know how many of these guys we have. We have, where is it? Up to the top, 2. All right, let's do 2 more. There we go. I think that probably, did that get our, there, that got this one. That gave us the cattle ranch. Okay, so we'll slow it down again. So now we've got a cattle ranch. And we can support it out of Proctorville 1 or Proctorville 2 with these and give them something to do. And we could contemplate, why don't we do that? Why don't we go ahead and put back the 4 that we basically gave away. Make sure they're all good. They got what they need, services wide, good deal. All right, so now cattle works like this. You have a cattle ranch, it takes some wheat, and it goes kind of a one, I think it's 1-to-1, we can look it up when we build it. It takes wheat and it makes meat. So you're basically raising beef cattle. And then you can ship the beef, the meat, to the town that consumes it. And in our case, we've got Proctorville with 4 Craftsmen residences. That's who consumes the meat, right? And that's going to bump up their population and give us more tax dollars and all that good stuff. And then we go to Chesapeake, and I think we have 4 down here, don't we? Yeah, now we have 8 down here in Chesapeake. So I think we're going to support it. Those 8 down there are doing the bricks, so we're going to support the cattle industry out of Proctorville. So we'll pick a spot that's close to Proctorville. Now we could go 2 ways with this. We could go up near the wheat and run a line from wheat to cattle, and then cattle to haul the meat back to the city. Or we could think of it the way we mentioned earlier. This is really just Proctorville's a big warehouse. So we've already got that wheat delivered to that warehouse all set up. Let's just keep using it. We can expand it, and then set up our delivery of our wheat to the cattle. So I think what we want to do here. Now this is not optimized. This was built before we kind of had before I fully understood these guys. And but it's fine. It should be out a little, just like one more space, no big deal. So let's just go behind it like this. And I don't know why that looks like that. Oh, because I had the wrong build menu. Here we go. We want the build menu off the distribution center. Let's go out in this corner right here, and we can put more wheat fields in. So, by the by, it doesn't do us any good to make the stone roads here out in these farms and stuff, because the limiter is the size of this catchment area, and walking speed has nothing to do with anything out here. So we're going to put a cattle farm. That's probably this. Yeah, I'm sorry. Wheat farm. We're going to grow another thing of wheat out here. If we put it right here, we can give it its silos right back here. We can have up to 3. And then we can plant its crops out this way. There we go. Now we've got wheat fields. We're going right through the mountain range and the whole bit. And we just picked up the need for, I think it's another 60. Let's see, what do these guys do? Oh, they all say, oh, you need 10 for the silos. Total workers that we need should be here, 60. There we go. All right, so we need 180 workers out here at the wheat farm. And this guy is set up to deliver 120. So he needs to be a 5. He needs to be a 5 coach deal. So we're going to upgrade him to a P5. Confirm. And that way we can get more passengers out there, more workers out here to farm wheat. And then we can see that we're We got 48 people ready to go back home, so to speak. Yeah, well, exactly. But go back home and rest. And we've got 1,100 wheat, and we've got a full train running right here. I tell you what, we're gonna run it. We don't have any data, so we'll have to run a little eyeball test here. We're gonna watch this guy roll in, then we're gonna watch him come back to the farm. And here he goes. So he'll roll into the farm, and I want to see how much there is to pick up when he leaves. Oh, I think he's doing okay. 880. So if next time he picks up it's 880 or less, or around there, around 900 or less, he's keeping up. If it's more, that means he's losing ground to the wheat that's being grown. And of course, this is far from a perfect test because we don't necessarily even have. Yeah, we don't have that one running yet. So let's just see if he can pass the test without that one running. If he can't pass that, we know we need another train on this line. There, we just got it running. Now we got all three of them going. Okay, so how much is out here? 1,500. I think he's going to lose ground badly. Yeah, I think we need another train. And is it safe to do that? No, it isn't. What we're going to have to do is add another. We can either put in a shunt line or add another platform. I think in this case it's easier to add a platform. It's a pretty simple process since we're already set up for it anyway. Move our exit out there. Move our decision point here. Define the end of the platform. Oh, and exit out here. And and add a train. So we'll do Control T, and we're going to buy a gondola train to haul. Let me make sure of that. To haul wheat, yes. Build that and put it on the wheat to Pville 2 line. There we go. Deploy. All right, so we've expanded our wheat operation, and now we can think about cattle. Now, we're going to have plenty of wheat. We should have plenty of wheat coming into Proctorville. So we could put cattle up here, but this is all very clumsy to get to, isn't it? It really is. Let's do right down here. Let's do off this side down here. So why don't we do this? Why don't we build an intersection, maybe off this main track here, like a T junction here that goes out here and comes out, and we'll put our cattle right out in here. If we look at a distribution center, it'll look like this. It's going to have a station, so we want to think about leaving room for a station, maybe a station right up there, kind of on this corner. Have the distribution center out here like this, and then we can put cattle ranches out away from it. Is there any reason we couldn't go like maybe like that? Okay. And if we build a road here and here, and we can figure out how to fit a station like right in here, and it's going to have it'll run into Proctorville 1 and deliver. So what's it going to need? It's going to need to be able to, it's probably going to need to be a triple because it's going to take, we're going to be hauling wheat out there, and we're going to be picking up meat. And I've tried to figure out a way to do them on the same train with a mixed consist, and the game doesn't appear to be ready for that, or I'm not smart enough. It's one of the two. Okay, so we set a triple because we got passengers, a load, and we're gonna have a load until you're empty, load until you're full, and an empty until you're empty, an unload until you're empty. So let's go grab this guy since we just made him into a 3. He'll be perfect. And move him down here and flip him around and hope there's a way to put him that makes sense. I think we can make that work right there. Does that touch? Yes. Okay. That's tight, but I think it'll work. And then we can go right down here and get rid of some track. Well, I just got through saying we didn't have to get rid of track all the time, and now I'll get rid of track. We'll put a junction right here with our line. Beautiful. And then we'll come out of that, and so we'll go, this is the return, so he'll come down like this. You'll make a hard turn out like this, and like so. And then the entry can come right down like this. And go into that. And like so. There we go. And we can set our signals. And we can set, everything should be good up there. And we can set signals coming out. Okay. So this we're going to rename this one Cattle Ranch 1. Then we're going to take this, go here and here. We can put our first cattle ranch out here. And that looks like this. And we need 300 brick. Okay, we're getting into brickland here. And that being said, I don't think I would mind bumping up our production a bit. Okay, so let's run this for a second to see how many we need. So now we need 122 craftsmen and 140 laborers. Okay, now can we get that out of here? 140 laborers means we need a 160 train to do the laborers. That's this guy. Actually, it needs to be a 200 because we got the clay pit in there too. So we're going to upgrade him to a P5. And confirm. And then our guy hauling the our snobs, the craftsmen, this train right here, it needs to be, shoot, I've already forgotten. 122, so 120. I'd say a 120 would probably be a good fit, which is what is that, a 3? What is he now? He is a 3. All right. Okay. Now, if we need 120 workers here, we need at least 200, I'd say 240 down here, guesstimate. What do we have? 200. We could probably use at least one more house, one more upgraded house, and that means we should replace it with one more laborer's residence. Okay. And get that staffing going here. Get our brick production up. It's at 0 now. We're not even keeping up. But of course, every time we make these changes, it actually causes delays, right? It kills your staffing for a little bit because you upgrade these trains and they go back to the depot and come back out. We could even contemplate putting another depot down here to serve the south. Wouldn't be a horrible idea, but I kind of like the idea of trying to get this done with one depot. So let's watch this guy roll in. Oh, that's our travelers guy. He's making us some money, but we don't care about the money. What we care about is the keeping everybody happy by allowing them to travel. Here's our craftsman bringing some folks back to rest, and let's see how many he picks up down here. Down here we've got 81 available and 520 laborers. Oh goodness. Yeah, we shouldn't have any trouble with the labor pool. Oh, what happened there? Oh, I apologize. I'm looking at the wrong guy. We just picked up 200 folks to go work in the clay pit and the brickworks. And did I change that line and make it brickworks first, I hope? I didn't. It would be a much handier line if they went to the brickworks first. Well, not really. Never mind. Okay. That's the travelers again. That's our clay guy. Where's our... here we go. We've got 81 guys going out there this time. Are they coming back? What are they doing? Oh, man. Oh, goodness. Got one. We're missing something here. When you're coming this way to get into into the brickworks, you should be able to come off of this and get onto that. All right. It's a merge. All right, I confess it's a merge. Okay. Well, I didn't mean that. I'm sitting there saying I'll do the other type in my head, and then of course I'll put more chain signals. Same thing here, a 2 into 1. A 2 merging into 1 can just be, good grief. I have to confess that's an easy mistake to make. This has to go back there. It's real easy to think that, the side of this is here, but that's actually the left side of this tile. Okay. Okay. All right, we've got some bricks. Let's try to get some cattle going, and then we'll call it a wrap on this one. So we've got our cattle ranch dealie going out here. We've got we're going to put in a cattle ranch right out here at the end of into the highway here. Just want to make sure I've got the right idea here. Yep, we're on the end. We'll put a ranch here. It can have 8 meat storage, Okay, and then it needs 240 fields. Got to touch this. We can go down this way. Back through here, that's 235. 240. Okay, so there's our cattle ranch. Doesn't have a very big footprint, really. And let's see what it needs. It says 10. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. I'm going to run for a second. 80 people, okay? It's giving us the summary now. It needs 80 people. That's a 2. So we need to run a line. We need a line that says, and they are Craftsmen, okay? So we need a new line, one of those PC, Pville 1 to, what's that called out there? Cattle 1. I'm not sure what it's called. Cattle Ranch 1. Yeah, that makes sense. Proctorville 1 to Cattle Ranch 1. We're going to say we want Craftsmen on this line. And we said we needed a 2. So we're going to go Control T. We're going to build a new preset. We're going to do a PC2. That's going to be one of these, and 2 of those. And we're going to build it and put it on that cattle ranch, the cattle line, PC Pville to cattle, okay, and deploy. So that's the cattle. Now we need to get wheat out there. Unfortunately, we need to build a separate line and train for it. So we're going to do wheat, Pville 1 to cat 1. And we're going to say from Pville 1, you are going to go full. And at Cattle Ranch 1, you are going to empty. And this is going to be load cargo to your full, unload cargo till you're completely empty, then go do it again. And then we're going to need one more train. Unfortunately, that's going to be Cat 1, Pville 1. And this is going to be Cattle Ranch, and we're going to say you're going to run full. And you're going to go to Pville 1 and until you're done. We don't unload in there and stay forever. And we got the 1 train, but we need one to haul the wheat, which should be a gondola, I think. Yeah. Let's go get a big gondola train. Build it. Set it up on the wheat to Cat 1. Oh, that doesn't seem right. Oh, wheat Pville 1 to Cat 1. That's right. And deploy that. And then to haul the meat is probably a box car. Yes. Go get us a box like that. Build. Put it on. I don't know what I call. I think I made a mistake on the naming. No, Cat to Pville. That's the right one. Oh, wheat to Pville is a line from long ago. That's the one called. It's our main wheat line into the town. Cat to Pville. Yes, deploy. And let's see if we can get a little bit of cattle being made. We won't haul any, but we'll make some. Got one more train to go here. That's the cattle one. confused here. Why we got so much coal? Whoa. Wheat to Peeville. Shoot. I didn't put a... He just picked up coal. Speaking of which, shoot. I want you to load meat and unload meat. And then the other line, the wheat, Peeville to cat. This one, he tried to take coal out there. I want him to take wheat and unload wheat. That sounds better. All right. Let's follow this and see how he does. That's more like it. And he had to wait for the train to come in. There we go. Now he's got a full load of wheat. And Peeville now is a very, very busy station. Not surprising. I have some plans for addressing that later. And I also want to fix it. I don't like this. We now have enough trains till single in, single out is not acceptable. It used to be okay, but it's not so great now. Let's watch him get out here and unload some wheat for us. At the cattle ranch. Beautiful. Okay. Now they need, well, they've got some workers. They just don't have enough. But we are producing meat. In fact, we've produced 10 already. Oh, they wants to do 60 a minute. Oh, that's going to take at least 2 of these. Well, shoot. We'll do that next time. So we've got the basic cattle going. We've got a lot of work to do. We need more Craftsmen in Proctorville and to build that line up, and we're going to need at least another cattle ranch to hit 60, because we can max at 30, I think. Isn't that right? Well, the only way we'd know is to look at a cattle ranch. Yeah, we can max at 30. If it's full blown, it can do 30. So we're going to have to be getting 160 workers out here, and 160 workers means we need quite a few more here in Proctorville. Yeah. So next time, that's what we'll focus on. That'll be the first thing, anyway. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it'll help you become a better player. I hope you'll like, comment, and subscribe, and join us for our next Sweet Transit video. Thank you.